Hear ye, gather round for yet another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, featuring the JDF Memorial Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms that stream your favorite podcast episodes, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. If you're listening on the iTunes, leave us a review of the 5-star kind. Links to all the platforms and merchandise are available only at ykwrestling.com. Welcome to Knockafew Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, joined by Mr. Wreak Havoc. And we are back for yet another edition, as we once said. Or another one, if you will.
Another one.
We here. I had it ready today.
Go.
Welcome back, y'all. What's up? Real quick before we get into the nitty gritty, the usuals. I want to send our thoughts and our condolences to the family and the friends. It's a lot of friends of Jay Briscoe, Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. The Briscoe brothers. We just talked about them. They were just nominated for our Tag Team of the Year last year.
Yep.
I'm sorry if I mispronounced his first name, Jamin. I'm assuming it's how it's pronounced. Jamin Pugh, real name. Passed away, car accident this past Tuesday, I believe it was. Very horrible situation. It traveling with his daughters. They said one of his daughters might not walk again. That's really fucked up.
I just saw she regained feeling in her legs, everything like that. So she's gonna be all right.
Bet. That's I mean, it don't change the fact that she's gonna have to live the rest of her life without a father. But I mean, it's probably the best case scenario that could have came out of everything that happened.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
yeah, man. Something positive.
Something. Just the little bit. Our condolences to the family. Regardless of if you like somebody's in-ring style or not, if you like them as a wrestler or not, these are human beings we're talking about here. Nobody deserves to have their story, to have their journey ended in that manner. Something tragic. Like, you don't expect to be driving down a single lane road and somebody veering off into your lane and hitting you and dying.
Right.
You don't anticipate that. And you talk about like, oh, you wear your seatbelt. The woman that crashed into him had her seatbelt on and she passed away too.
Right.
So, and another thing, and I ain't gonna get into the whole, President of the Week spill, because y'all did enough for it. But I was so surprised it actually took me a couple days to see it. To see you, oh my God, to see you motherfuckers bringing up this man's old tweets.
Oh my, yeah.
I'm surprised it took as long, maybe because of who he wrestled for. I know, if he wrestled for any other company, I would have brought it up immediately. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's being brought up at all is unnecessary. The guy, have you seen any tweets like that from him recently? I haven't.
Hell no. No.
We're talking about some tweets from like 2011. I'm pretty sure a guy can change how they feel about certain things from 2011 to 2023. Like, that's 11 years. I'm sorry, I can't do math. That's 12 years of growth that could have occurred. And do we know if it happened or not? Not necessarily, but the fact that we don't know should mean we shouldn't be bringing it up. So relax. Our condolences.
I hate that. Y'all, every time something happens with somebody or they pass away,
gotta bring
y'all
resurrect tweets, man.
Y'all resurrect the dead more than the Fast and Furious franchise, and that says a lot.
Listen,
crazy,
yeah.
man.
I don't know if that was a spoiler alert, but
it is. It is.
yeah.
I'm gonna talk to you later. I don't know if you heard, but
I've
I'm
heard.
gonna fill you in.
I
Oh,
know.
okay.
I know
All
exactly
right.
what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting
I
out of
know.
hand.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what we were saying, man. Our condolences to the Briscoes, and it was really shitty because Mark Briscoe had a birthday the day after that. So got to
Yeah.
live the rest of
Damn.
your life on every birthday that you have. You got to
Right.
think about your brother who you spent the last 20 something years on the road with, working, competing with, and against. That's so shitty. I do not wish any of this on anybody at all. It's just a terrible situation for that family to go through, and they literally were the champions, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
the crazy part.
Like they had just won them. What was it, like
Yeah,
not
back
even a
last
couple
month.
weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like two,
That's
3 weeks
wild.
back. So, uh, but getting the I like to get the somber stuff out the way because it's hard fitting the somber stuff into it. Like we talk about some lively stuff and then we just talk. So somber stuff is out the way.
Yeah.
Let's get into
Well,
something like
real quick,
wait, hold up.
slightly less somber, but in that vein, um, you saw that clip from Kevin Nash's show.
Um, no, but I do. The whole Jay Briscoe thing actually made me think about Kevin Nash. Because
Yeah.
I follow Big Kev on Twitter and Instagram, and it's like it sucks, man, because this guy, like, you have to, especially a wrestler from the 90s, you just had this force field around you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like you gotta protect your gimmick, like protect the fact that you a big 7 foot tall, 300 some pounder,
Right.
bodybuilder, big basketball
Mm-hmm.
playing wrestler. Like you got an image to uphold. You got this tough guy persona that you have to like be or seem like you have to be all the time. And so with
Right.
Kev, like Kev kind of is crying out for help sometimes. To me, that's how it comes off on like Instagram and his comments. Like he'll say something, he's like, he's really hurting, bro, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it. No, I didn't
Yeah.
hear the clip though.
Yeah.
I don't know what clip you talking about.
He was talking to his co-host and everything like that, and something about how, like, if I wanted to do something, I could just like um something about him having a gun sticking in his mouth or whatever. And his co-host was telling him like, "Yo, you probably shouldn't say shit like that." He's like, "Yeah, I can say whatever I want. Like I could, at the end of the day, if I want to do something, I could do it as long as I leave a note." And everybody just like took that and it turned into a whole storm and everything like that. And I
It's
think,
kind of what I'm saying. Like this dude he needs some help, I think. And I'll if he's in the right mindset, I would love to see him on my TV tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. No, they even said, I think I saw something that said that like they police did a welfare check on him like not that long after
Christ.
that came around. But then he put out something on Twitter, I think, where he was saying like, oh, that his sarcasm is his coping method and stuff like that, and everybody needs to chill out. Listen, you cope how you cope. I
Yeah.
can't.
I
I
get it.
can't sit up here and even speculate on
He
what
seemed
that
like
could
the
be
type
feeling
of guy
like.
that would cope that way, but it's just like
Right.
we don't know if he's serious or not. And I think
That's
that's
what I'm saying. Like I couldn't begin to guess how he functions having buried your child. But it's like,
thinking like and it's really fucked up. I'm sorry we gotta get into this hella somber spiel. But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
our show. And we just want to say how we feel about the situation. Like we're not gonna, put too much on folks. But like with
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Nash, I totally missed what I was about to say. It left. I'm trying to get it back on track. Sorry. Shit
You good.
happens.
You good.
But
Players fuck up.
yeah, players fuck up. Kev is all right. Remind me what you just said. I'm sorry. It's we live recording, folks. It's all
nah, 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 like I can like I can understand like you can't really try to understand where he
oh
how
yeah,
he's
yeah. I
feeling
remember now. I
having
remember.
just yeah. Yeah.
He buried his child, but I think it also sucks because like everything that led to his kid passing away was him and his kid doing something to help each other out.
Mm-hmm.
The if y'all don't know, Kevin Nash's son had like a seizure or something. I want to say it was in October.
Yeah.
Seizure because there were complications of withdrawal. Both him and his son decided to go cold turkey off of drinking. And so them deciding to go cold turkey off of drinking ended up killing his son pretty much. So I can't imagine how he feels in regards to that. Like you feel like you about to do something to better yourself, and then shit happens like that. I can't imagine. I can't imagine what he's going through. And I
Yeah.
hope, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised, but I really do hope that, like, especially this to happen. His son passed away on Scott Hall's birthday too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for everything he's
Ugh.
going through, I really hope he has a support system on his side, and he understands,
Right.
you know. But it's only been a few months. We can't say like there's no time limit you put on this. There's no time limit you put on
No.
grieving your child. Like Jeff Jarrett just got over Owen Hart passing away, and it took him like
Mm-hmm.
20 years. So yeah, man. Can we move on? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Let's get
how to
off of that.
transition, man.
Let's get off of that.
We watch wrestling all week long. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We watch wrestling all week long here at Young Kings Wrestling, and I was on my Rumble marathon again. Still, I finally
Mm-hmm.
finished the '90s, so it's 22 more years of Rumbles I
There
have
we
to
go.
watch before Saturday.
Listen, that's like half the battle. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Uh, no, honestly, like once you get past the '90s, you get to the late '90s, you good. Cause like
Mm-hmm.
watching some of them early rumbles is kind of rough, especially when you like you weren't watching back then. So you don't know a lot of the characters, or a lot of folks are doing gimmicks that they used to do. Like I
Yeah.
literally watched 96, 97, and 98. Obviously, it's the chronological order.
Yeah.
96, I saw Dr. Isaac Yankum. 97, I saw Fake Diesel. And then 98, I saw Kane. I saw this man playing three different characters, three shows
Three
in a
different
row.
years.
Like
Damn.
that's the type of stuff you had to sit through. I had to sit through like the Godwin brothers and shit. Like these dudes is looking like dust. Y'all know what the Godwins look like.
Yeah.
Big, hairy, dusty, nasty looking, greasy, sweaty farmer dudes.
Yeah.
It looked like they stank. So I had to watch
Right.
them rumbles. 96, that was Shawn Michaels. He ended up winning, going to WrestleMania. 96, also, Shawn Michaels eliminated Diesel to win the Rumble. And so Diesel's mad, acting
Mm-hmm.
like his contract not coming to an end soon. In 1996. He's all mad as shit. He was like, fuck, this is my homie, but oh well, shake his hand. Undertaker comes out because Undertaker's facing Bret Hart for the title in the main event.
Right.
Undertaker comes out as Diesel's walking back to the ring, and they get into it. Diesel comes out and costs Undertaker the championship later on in the night. And that's how Diesel ended up getting added to the list. Y'all know that list that came to an
Yeah.
end in 2014. Diesel gets added to the list. And then he goes to WCW. Rest is history. 97, Stone Cold wins. He won. He didn't win. He ended up getting eliminated. And if I'm
He
not
definitely
mistaken,
snuck back in.
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's why he didn't get the title shot at Mania that year. 98, Austin wins again. Ends up getting the title shot at Mania. Y'all know how that happens. And then 99, Vince, he wins the Rumble. Eliminates Austin last. Austin still gets the title shot at Mania.
Yeah.
So watching the 90s Rumbles, it was a lot of booking decisions that like were really well thought out. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hold you. Like the thing to set up the Lawrence Taylor match, I thought was well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
The Vince winning the Rumble thing. You can't really have Austin win the Rumble 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
If you want to go, to that end point of having him win the belt, we just do some bullshit and find a way to get him into the title match eventually. Yes. So yeah, good stuff.
Right.
I'm gonna start 2000s later on. My favorite Rumble 2002. Can't wait to watch that. I might watch that first, just to get out the way.
So I was I got back to watching 03. And real quick, before I even get to that, did you know that Mickie James was on an episode of SmackDown in 03?
I remember hearing about it. I can't remember what she did though.
Because I was watching it. It was like the episode. It was the Iron Man match with Kurt and Brock. I forgot to mention this before. They had a segment. The APA had their little card game, stuff like that, chilling with everybody. Got the beer, stuff like that. And sitting at this table with Bradshaw and Farouk is Funaki, Ultimo Dragon, Rey Mysterio, OJ, Orlando Jordan, and Mickie James.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought you was talking about Simpson.
No. I don't know why I said OJ.
It's your man OJ Simpson here. I'm with Bradshaw and Farouk. We playing card games.
Nah. For like a split second, I was forgetting his name, so I said OJ first. But yeah, no, I'm looking. I'm like, yo, that's Mickie James, and I saw too. That's when she was signed to OVW, or just got signed to OVW, and she was in there for a couple of years before they moved her up. But yeah, man, I watched No Mercy, and that was kind of like that whole show was. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna get to that, but like outside of that, the whole show was kind of like a showcase for the SmackDown 6 almost, because Kurt and John Cena had that banger. You know what I'm saying? It was like that was one of the matches that was kind of a turning point for him, because if you had any questions about him as a wrestler, here comes the best wrestler in the business out here showing y'all, yeah, he can really go with the best, even though he lost. And y'all said that he never give up. Rewatch that show. Rewatch that event and that match. He definitely tapped out. But then, like right after that, Eddie has that match with Big Show. That's when he wins the U.S. title. But that was banger. That was a banger. Brock and Taker closed the show with the biker chain match. They don't really miss in none of their matches. But the big thing, yeah, Vince and his daughter have an I Quit match with his wife and his side piece at ringside both. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even
it's just
have words
for
for
wedding
shit.
too. You said,
yeah. I looked that up because I'm like, wait a minute. I remember Stephanie in like a bunch of documentaries. They talk about how her and Triple H got married in like late 03. So I say it's October, and they're saying if she loses, she's fired as GM. So I just did a little research. They got married in October a week after No Mercy. So Vince basically said to her, like, okay, you getting married, you're gonna take this ass whooping on the way out. like you want to take some time off and go get hitched and whatever. You gonna get this work first.
You're a wild boy.
Yeah. Wild boy. It don't make no sense.
Shout out to No Mercy 03. I accidentally ordered this on pay-per-view when I was a kid. I didn't get a whooping. But
that happened to me once. SummerSlam.
I'm gonna tell you why.
SummerSlam 06. I did that at my granddaddy's house.
So I remember I tried to order old TNA pay-per-views, $5 and shit, right?
Yeah.
And like, if your bill pass due, they ain't gonna let you order no pay-per-views. You owe them money, like So like, I couldn't order the $5 TNA pay-per-view like a month before that. So like, I wanted to see No Mercy, but I was just playing around. I'm gonna see how far I can go. I'm gonna fake order it, just to like. Sometimes you just like, you ever just need to do something. You ever just like feel the need to just scream, and then you feel better when you scream.
Yeah. Right.
That's how I was. I was like, I need to just press order on this pay-per-view, it ain't gonna go through because the TNA pay-per-views didn't go through. Like once I place order, I'll feel better about not being able to watch it. I accidentally ordered it. There was some pay-per-views for $40. They had just boosted them to $40 like recently. It used to be 30 before that. It used to be 25 before that. Eventually, it went up to 50, and eventually up to 60. WrestleMania used to be like 100.
Yep.
Damn, thank God for the
extra
network.
2 hours.
Thank God for the network. Thank God for Peacock. It's $10. I don't gotta worry about it no more. But yeah, let's move on, man. We gotta speed up a little bit, man. It's gonna be a long ass episode if we don't.
Oh yeah.
So
it's gonna be deep.
Let me knock this out real quick, man. This week in wrestling history, 1991, Sergeant Slaughter defeats the Ultimate Warrior to win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. The only reason this is significant is because this was the first time the world title changed hands on a non-WrestleMania pay-per-view. Very first time ever. 2002. Well, this week in wrestling, it was a lot of Royal Rumbles. It was like 95, 96, 97, 02, 03.
Yeah.
It was hella Rumbles. And we get into that time of the month. But I'm only going to point out 2002 one. It was my favorite Rumble ever. It was the first one I ever watched. Triple H won it. It just, every time I watch this event, it just feels like the first time I watched it. I have a special place in my heart for 2002 Royal Rumble. This also was significant because that boy Maven got his ass cooked.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Undertaker whooped his ass.
Threw that man to some popcorn machine.
And then ate the popcorn like a savage. Like,
yeah, man. And that chair shot was
the chair shot was brutal.
Extra. God damn.
2007, we lose Bam Bam Bigelow, RIP to legend, WrestleMania main eventer. Don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame or not. Let's double check that, man. It's Googleable. While we on the subject, let's look and see. Is Bam Bam Bigelow a WWE Hall of Famer?
I don't think he is.
I don't think so either. You would think he was, but
right.
Oh, we need to. I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
We might need to send an episode to the people involved.
Right.
No, he was not a Hall of Famer. We talking about a WrestleMania main eventer is not in the Hall of Fame.
That's wild.
He's got a former ECW champion, ECW television champion, IWGP tag team champion. Didn't know that. He won the titles with Vader over in New Japan. Didn't know that. Tag team champion in WCW, hardcore champion in WCW. Only thing he won in WWE was a Slammy Award for best head.
Oh,
he had the big fire tattoo on the top of his head.
Yeah, right. They thought that was funny. They thought that was funny. That's not cool. That's not cool.
So there's gonna be a lot of euphemisms on this episode, by the way. We're talking about best head slammies. Raw is Triple X. So yeah, we're gonna get on to it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, man.
2018, 25th anniversary of Raw. We saw The Miz defeat Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. We saw Dax Harwood got his feelings hurt by one of his heroes, Ops. He'll talk about that today. And my favorite thing they did on this show, they took all the Smart fans and put them in an arena by themselves, and they only had like 2 segments take place from that arena. Everything else is at Barclays. They put all the Smart fans in the Manhattan Center. It was like, we're gonna trick y'all into coming over here to the old spot where we're gonna have most of the show take place in this big arena.
I'm about to say they had like 3 segments in the Manhattan Center,
and one of them was the Revival getting their ass beat by DX.
Right.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I enjoyed it.
It was. Yeah.
Birthdays. Happy birthday to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I went crazy with that one. Batista, the animal. My guy R-Truth, 51 years old, tore his quad like 2 months ago and is already off crutches. Get well soon, sir. The guy's a vampire.
Yo, ageless wonder.
Yeah, shout out to my guy. Tyler Breeze, Mr. Gorgeous. Happy birthday to you. Carl Anderson had a birthday this week. I believe it was yesterday. Happy anniversaire to Maurice. Speaking French on here. Tully Blanchard had a birthday. We already talked about Mark Briscoe had a birthday. Best wishes to him. And Pat Patterson would have had a birthday this week too. The founder of the Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would do a Pat Patterson impression, but Pat Patterson and Maurice got birthdays in the same week. It's just a special French Canadian situation that's going on here.
It must be. Hey, that never even dawned on me. Yeah, that's crazy.
We find out Kevin Owens got a birthday around here too. All the French Canadians.
That's what I'm saying.
And yeah, let's move on to the Royal Address of Rumors. Let's knock this out real quick, man.
Oh man,
we need to get some time back.
Oh yeah. So the smaller ones I'm gonna just run through, and I'll talk about the other ones. Congrats to Bray and JoJo. They said to get married later on this year.
Hey.
Bret Hart is opening up a bar. It's called Hitman's Bar. I don't know if anybody gives a fuck about that because I don't. But
where's it at? In Montreal? Not Montreal. Where's he from? Calgary?
Yeah, I think that's where it's at. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I don't feel like double checking right now though.
Nah. You don't feel like look.
This one.
While you talking, I'll go look.
Yeah. This one we can just like whatever. Rick swears up and down that he does not have the itch to wrestle no more. He doesn't want to do it. A week removed from saying that he was begging for one more match. Okay, cool. Yeah, so a week after he was like pretty much begging to get another match in, he said he don't got the itch no more. He don't want to do it. At damn near 80, the sativa is hitting him strong. I guess must be.
Like this dude turned to a pothead at 80 years old. He forgot what he said yesterday.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he
sounds about right.
I'm getting ready to wrestle again. Woo!
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah, don't make no damn sense.
You are on crack.
Talk to him. Xavier Woods is working through an injury. Didn't say what specifically, but Kofi talked about it on a couple things he was talking about on Pete Rosenberg's show. But he's working his way back up to 100%. He should be good to go soon. They worked a few live events. But we noticed he hasn't been wrestling on NXT or on SmackDown because he's just trying to work his way back up to it. Speaking of Kofi,
that bump card if you don't need to, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of that, that show he did with Pete, he talked about a couple other things. Number one, his crazy Rumble spots where he survives and gets back in. Was actually inspired by John Morrison because, in case y'all forgot, he did it first.
He did.
I think it was back in 2011.
He did it the year before Kofi started doing it every year.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 2010. Yeah. I think John Morrison was gone by 2011.
Yeah, it was either, it was one of the 2 years. So yeah, he talked about that. And Big E said to be doing better than expected with his recovery. Doesn't need no surgery. Everything is healing well. And said the doctor wants to do some new scans in March to see where he's at. We ain't talking about if he's coming back to wrestle or nothing like that. We just want the man to be happy and healthy in the rest of his life. Point blank, period. What else we got? Devon. Once again, this is like hot potato with him. He was coaching in NXT, and this week he announced that him and WWE parted ways again. Don't know where he's gonna pop up, but this has been like back and forth for the last several years. He's working with WWE, he's not working with WWE. It's like a revolving door at this point. All right. Now to some more fresh in-depth topic. Nick Khan did an interview with Bill Simmons.
He did.
And he pulled up with the Shaq quote, I'm not familiar with your work. And if you don't know what I mean, let me illuminate a little bit. So,
I mean, he kind of said what I said last week.
Oh yeah.
You know, I ain't profiting nothing.
So, just to give y'all some clarity, Bill asked him if he saw AEW as a competitor to WWE, and his response was, "Well, how do you think they're doing right now? Not as well, although I think they're having a better 2023 than the 2022." And he also said,
"Bro, it's been 2 weeks."
Yeah, exactly. He said, "I think a couple things. I've never met the kid, Tony Khan. Seems like a nice kid to me. I don't know him. I have met his dad, who I sat next to at a sports business luncheon with Steph, and that Steph and I went to about 1.5 years ago." He also said, "I could not be more impressed with the dad. He made his money in the auto parts business and so and so. He knows all the ins and outs. He's not so much involved in the wrestling side of the business, but he finances it. So he's got some deep pockets, and he's kept saying that his kid appreciates that and everything like that. But he obviously doesn't feel threatened by that. I don't think we should be whatsoever. In a nutshell. So yeah, he hit Tony with the
probably isn't, but 10 years older than Tony.
Yeah,
calling him a kid.
Yeah, I don't think he knows ages very well. He don't know too much about him, but yeah, that very much sounded like Shaq. I'm not familiar with your work. Not that he should be, but that's what it sounded like to me.
And that's a corporate response. Let me give you a real nigga translation. Look, I don't know this nigga. He talk about me all the time. I don't know him. Like, he seen whatever, and anybody could do what he doing. Shit, he just came in with some money. He got some money. He can do that shit. I do it in my sleep. How many billion-dollar deals has he fucking made? I came in the game and made 3 of them in my first 2 years. What he did. His daddy cool though. His daddy the one with the money. I fucks with bro.
This is the new CEO, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Because now that Steph stepped down,
he
resigned. Yeah, he's the guy. So,
that's the real nigga translation I just gave you.
I'm gonna say, that's dead on the money. That's a corporate response.
So sometimes CEO gotta make them corporate responses. You can't say how you feeling, unfortunately.
Yeah. Speaking of CEOs, the man who was CEO back in 1986 just settled a lawsuit from back then.
Oh, I was about to say who?
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I was like, goddamn, who's the CEO?
The former CEO, former chair, or now he's a chairman again. But yeah, Vince settled a lawsuit from back in '86. It's been well documented. A case where former referee Rita Chatterton claimed that he sexually assaulted her in the back of a limo. And it's a story that was confirmed by another talent back then. Let me pull that up. Mario Mancini had backed up that allegation that she had brought to her the next day, that she brought to him the next day, talked to him about it. She didn't go public until about 6 years later. She said that her parents were in poor health, didn't want to burden them anymore with it, but then they passed away and she came forward right after. So he been having this hanging over his head for a while. He finally settled it, and there's no exact figure, but and this is Wall Street Journal. This is not like journalists out here. They said there's no exact figure being reported, but it's in the multi-millions of dollars. So cashing out.
This is a nasty nigga.
Oh yeah, very much. And this is just from '86. This still this shit that's more current out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the more pressing matters. And since I just mentioned these faux journalists, I'm going to use my words carefully. Mm-hmm. Trinity Fatu, Naomi. I'm I would keep my eyes open towards the Rumble because, as has been reported already, conversations with her in WWE have been positive. In the time spent since Vince left, they had talks with her and Sasha. Sasha's moving, doing her own thing, but she's still having conversations with WWE, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not going to talk about what my impression of these talks are or what I think is going to happen. I would just say, keep your eyes open on the Rumble. It could be any day.
I'm just saying, I seen her on
That's
Twitter
the best
yesterday. She called Cap on the big Cap on Mr. Cap himself. That's Mr. Cap with 2 P's.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, oh, this is my impression on the news. My impression that she's coming back to WWE, and I believe this is what's going to happen. Although it could change at any point. Shut the fuck up. If she's going to be back, it will most likely be there. Yeah. Like
I've had her on my surprise return list for about 2 months now. Anyway,
like it just makes sense. So that's why I'm just saying, just keep an eye on the Rumble for a Naomi site.
I'll elaborate on that further later on in the show.
Yeah. Speaking on that, tomorrow night we're supposed to have a ceremony for acknowledging Roman Reigns and the bloodline. That got scrapped. And I'm going to talk about why that could be in a second. But instead, they are now promoting a trial of Sami Zayn. So we may want to queue up that meme for Tommy from Goodfellas walking in to be a made man. It might be about that time because it's not looking good.
And shot him in the face, so his mother couldn't even give him an open casket funeral.
Cold, man. Cold shit.
Hey, I would like to say real quick for my, I saw that get announced yesterday, and so like something in me just started watching clips from Goodfellas. I just went down a rabbit hole of Goodfellas clips, and this dude Tommy deserved every bit of that ending.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, he definitely did.
Terrible person, like one of the worst people in film history, low key.
Yeah, honestly, I've been telling people for the longest time, Jimmy was the smartest person in that movie. He should have started knocking them off earlier. He just took too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and last thing, of course, this thing about The Rock. So again, with the full journalists out here, they said that Rock indicated that he will not be able to get in ring shape in time for WrestleMania. Here's the deal. The story as being reported is that they have known for months that he won't be ready. Him indicating it this week was just a formality. However, earlier this week, we saw new merchandise for The Rock on WWEshop.com. There's that. If you look at the Rumble poster, it's very much marketed in a certain way as to suggest the appearance of a certain individual. And then, you had, this segment that was supposed to be all the generations of the end. What's that?
The poster thing.
Oh, all the
I'll look at the poster. Okay.
All the like lightning shit like that, electricity. Like people talk about it. I mean, it could be, it could not be, but I don't know. It's convenient. It's convenient. It's almost like, well, let's just put out maybe a red herring or something like that. I don't know. But you had this,
because I seen somebody say like because they released like Rumble merchandise and it has a bull on it, but we literally in the Alamo Dome, like it's gonna be bulls on type of merchandise. They had bulls on the merchandise last time they were in San Antonio for the Rumble.
Nah, it's Brahma Bull merch though. Like I see some of the hoodies. Like it's the same shit that like will go on his regular merch.
Honestly, if he on TV next weekend, that's how I know. I ain't gonna, because I low key, it was my fault. I got my hopes up in November of 2021.
Oh yeah.
So he didn't show up for that.
Listen,
so like fool me once, You know the rest.
My thing is, look, because you had they were set to have this thing tomorrow night. All the generations of the NY family going to be out there, and
That's what I
that got
thought
the
he was
rumor
really
mill
gonna
started
say.
up too. Now them scrapping that, okay, maybe that might make you lean towards that, but listen, end of the day, him not being in shape for Mania, the man gets up at 3 a.m. every morning and works out twice as much as the average, 3 times as much as the average person every single day.
What he be doing?
Then what?
What he be doing?
He in the gym. He in the gym,
clanging and banging
all the time. He was just the XFL getting ready to start.
Yeah.
So he was just out there on the field running drills with them. Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never seen Roger Goodell out on the field running drills.
No, you ain't, and you never will.
I ain't never seen Adam Silver in a layup line before.
Nope. Adam Silver probably used the ball back in the day too.
Literally the only owner in sports I ever seen get out there and do some work is Mark Cuban.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's like, okay, maybe running the ropes and stuff like that and getting in ring shape. But again, you got from January all the way on through to April to do that for one match. So I'm just, listen, I'm gonna call cap on all that. Like, we'll see what happens next weekend, but don't sit up here and tell me, oh, he just indicated that he might not be in shape in time, and they've known for a while. If they knew months ago, why would you just hear about it now?
Yeah.
Like, there's too much funny shit about all this. Again, reporters and quote unquote journalists be damned. There's a lot of holes I can poke in that. So I'm gonna say we're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna see. We are going to see.
Because these are the same people that said that Cody wasn't cleared when he made the announcement that he's coming back at the Rumble. So I mean, come on, son. Let's be real.
Y'all. I've been praying on y'all downfall pretty much the entire existence of this show.
Right.
And actually before that, before I even had a platform, I was always praying on the downfall of Dirt Sheets. Because that's when I started realizing they was lying all the time. Like, like the very first one. And it's crazy because we started Young Kings Wrestling 2018. In like the last week and a half, 2018. WrestleMania, excuse me. WrestleMania is that April. And one of these journalists, he had his own, he was a part of the Dirt Sheets and what have you. He reports that Sasha Banks and Bayley threw a tantrum on the floor like a toddler at WrestleMania. Yeah. And that's when I was like, that was the start. Like, we officially praying on the downfall of these journalists. That guy, and I'll say his name on here, Ryan Satin, had a little bit of accountability for that. Realized, yo, I fucked up. I ain't seen Ryan Satin do no reporting of that magnitude since.
Yep.
He did so well at it, he actually has a legitimate reporting job now. So shout out to him. He showed y'all the blueprint of how to do it the right way. I sense a little bit of jealousy.
Just a little bit.
Shout out to him too. Prayers up to him too.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know. I'm not going to elaborate on what he got going on. But yeah,
we got
faux journalists.
Can't stand.
And speaking of downfalls, shout out to the Bengals. They about to go up 3 scores for DeMar Hamlin. Shout out.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Where we at, man? Raw XXX. I'm gonna just say, man, when I was a kid, I used to love me some WWE. I used to be on the internet crazy, just looking up wrestling. Man, if I was a kid and I wanted to look up some more information about this episode of Raw, I would have found some shit that I would not and should not be looking at if I was a kid. For some reason, we got some nasty motherfuckers working in that branding department.
That's a fact.
Why is y'all labeling this shit Raw as XXX? Oh, they got a field goal out of it. That's crazy.
Bro,
That fake stuff right there.
See, I'm tight right now. I'm tight right now. I don't mean to go off script.
I was wondering why you was looking like that, and I looked down and it updated immediately.
I'm so hot right now, bro. I told you I need Luka to hit 30. This motherfucker finished at 29.
Betting problems, bro.
God.
Eventually we're gonna transition into a betting. Actually, now that I have a new topic, I'm going to add to the itinerary for today's episode. We're gonna talk about some betting odds here later on. But let's talk about Raw is Triple X. Now, our guys over there at Smacking the Raw, they might have a little bit of a little competition on the algorithm this week.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have a Raw is Triple X in their tags, and other things are gonna come up. If you know, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna preview that here in a moment. But first, man, we touched on it a little bit earlier, but we can go a little bit more in depth now. 30 years. We are both older than Monday Night Raw. 30 years. Right. Let us know, man. What are your favorite moments? I got a whole list of just random ones. It's so many great moments that I don't think you can really pick one and you could just name a whole bunch of shit off. I mean, the obvious ones, Milk Truck, the beer bash, the DX tank, just the classic moments. But we got other things that happen, man. A lot of vehicular, attempted vehicular homicide and manslaughter occurred on this show. There was
I just watched the one
with the car with the you dropped the car off the
the DX Express.
That I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no. I just watched the joint with Shane when he lured Kane into the limo.
Yeah.
And
that's on my list.
Hit the e-brake on that joint, send it into the trailer. Like,
yeah, that had 10-year-old me shook.
Right.
The year before that, the NWO, when they debuted on Raw, and The Rock challenged Hulk Hogan to the match at Mania. Rock bottomed him and then got caught slipping by the NWO, and they beat this man's ass.
Yeah.
Crashed the semi-truck into the ambulance that The Rock was in. That had 9-year-old me shook. Vince McMahon, his limo exploded, had Trump shook.
Oh, yeah. I got that. I had that on my list too.
Vince the next day to see if he was still alive.
That's why, like, they talk about when he called he thought he was calling the president of Taiwan, something like that, and people was like, how could he be that stupid? I'm like, y'all must have not knew about this. Y'all must have not heard about that. Man, watched WWE TV and thought a real explosion took place.
Hey, sometimes you just completely in your own world. I wish I had enough money to be in my own world.
Shit.
You know, I wish I had enough money, just shit I don't have to care about at all. Unfortunately, this shit I gotta care about. I don't be wanting to care about a lot of stuff. But let me finish my list off. I'm gonna let you say what you say. 2002. I just pick random years and pick one moment that came to mind from each year. 2002, Triple H returned. Y'all know I talk about that all the time. Also in 02, we had the Jeff Hardy Undertaker ladder match. We had the TLC match, Raw Roulette. And some whatever happened after that is y'all business, not mine. If you know, you know. 2004, I went to my very first episode of Monday Night Raw live. I got to see Vince McMahon wrestle somewhat versus Eric Bischoff. And then what's his name? Brock Lesnar came out, and F5 Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nobody was expecting Brock Lesnar to be in Omaha, Nebraska that night. I damn sure wasn't. I was hyped. I seen Brock for the first time. I was like, this is a big motherfucker.
Right. Oh, we got to get that on the soundboard. Rick Ross talking about, you's a big motherfucker.
You's a big motherfucker. I thought I had it. Someone told me to download it. I didn't. Say less. We're gonna have that for next week. Also 04, Trish and Lita main evented Raw. If I remember the date correctly, December 6th, 2004. It's Googleable.
I know it's December 04. Yeah.
It is December 6th, 2004. I was right. I just tell you how much I know too much about this shit. It literally serves me zero purpose to know so much about wrestling, but I do.
Right.
I'm not going to win no prizes. I'm not going to win no money for my wrestling trivia. Maybe I will. I can beat you in wrestling trivia, so it's worth something.
Oh, man.
It's worth something to me. 2005. You already know 2005. I ain't going to say it. I'm going to just act it out. You already
Yep. Yep.
You already know. That was crazy. That was a crazy moment.
Hell yeah.
06. What happened to Raw 06? DX came back.
Mm-hmm.
So every DX segment in the summer of 2006 was enjoyable to me. And Raw had a live sex celebration too in 06. 07.
Yeah, they did.
2007, John Cena lost the very first match in WWE of that year to Kevin Federline.
Yeah.
It happened. 08. You said what?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was bad.
Ashley
I mean, shout out to Umaga.
Yeah, shout out to Umaga. No, that set a precedent low key for the rest of the year because the rest of 07 was just fucked up for the WWE. Yeah, motherfuckers getting suspended, motherfuckers dying, motherfuckers murdering their families, more suspensions. You had your world champion got hurt in the middle of their reign like 2-3 times. Crazy. 08, Jeff Hardy hit the Swanton bomb off of the stage on Raw. The last time that stage will ever be used because they went HD the very next week.
Right.
2010, we had the Nexus debut. 2011, we had the pipe bomb, which was one of the last times we ever would see the Nexus do anything noteworthy. If y'all forgot, the Nexus still existed and CM Punk was still in the Nexus when he won the title. So technically, the Nexus won the WWE Championship.
They did. They damn sure did.
2012, The Rock came back. Well, he came back in 2011, but
2011, yeah. He had the match in 2012.
Yeah, he had his first match with John Cena. And then Brock came back the very next night after that.
Mm-hmm.
2013, a lot of shit happened in 2013, but I have nothing that came to mind. Honestly, WWE and from like 2011 to 2014, it all blends together. So it's a lot of shit I forgot about that happened. 2014, we had the Yes Movement, and we had the Shield disintegrating. That hurt me. Like, that hurt me so bad. 21 years old. These were the first wrestlers that I was like outside of CM Punk, because like I was a fan of CM Punk from being a teenager until like my early adult ages, and he left.
Right.
And then the Shield breaks up like after CM Punk leaves. And it's like, damn, WWE just don't want me to have a favorite wrestler this year.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So it was tough.
Then,
2015, y'all forget when Roman Reigns won the title on Raw. I want to say it was the last episode of Raw of the year. Beat Sheamus. Banger after banger. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. I have nothing for you. I have nothing.
I don't know if I got anything.
Most of my favorite stuff anything I like that happened on SmackDown. So, well, Kevin Owens debuting in John Cena's open challenge. That was in 2015, though. So
yeah.
2021, though, Bobby Lashley won the title on Raw.
Yes.
And then Big E won the title from Lashley later that year. Both on Raw.
Yep.
And in 2022, last year, what was your favorite moment on Raw last year?
Last year? Damn.
Ain't really a whole lot.
No, man. Yeah, no, I don't
Becky
really...
Lynch returning. No, she returned. She returned at SummerSlam. Never
No,
mind.
she came back.
I was there when
Yeah,
she
she came
came.
back SummerSlam. Yeah, we was in Vegas.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I ain't do nothing notable last year. Y'all tripping.
Y'all really didn't. Like, it was a good year, but not like
all the good shit that
something
happened was on
stands out.
PLE. Nothing good happened on TV that we can think and look back on like, damn, that was dope. That was a dope thing to happen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, y'all gotta step y'all game up.
Yeah, we got tomorrow. We got tomorrow. What's some other moments, man?
So
I know we spent a lot of time talking about this. But.
It's a couple. It's a couple I got on my list. Well, a lot of them you said, but Jeff Hardy and Taker, the TLC match.
Yeah.
That's definitely up there. Shane buying WCW out from under Vince on the simulcast.
The name on the contract says McMahon.
Yeah, man. $1 Million Mania. That was just funny. That was just funny to watch.
I was so mad. I never won, bro. I definitely was trying to enter and win.
The fact that
get some of the millions.
The fact this man don't know how to work a phone, like,
oh yeah,
that's when you know you got too much money. You know you got too much money if you don't know how to work a phone or an answering machine.
And that's how I knew the contest was real too. So I was really starting trying to win money after that.
Right.
I was like, no, he really giving out money right now.
That is. We was sitting up there thinking like it's fake. He ain't about to do none of that.
I'm thinking like, yo, I'm gonna do the handiwork and call, and then if I get through, I'm handing the phone to my mom.
Vince stay slick. He was trying to write this shit up on his taxes. That's what he was really doing.
Hell yeah. That's really how anybody giving out money.
Yeah.
Tax write off.
Right. Big ones for me. Anytime Taker brought out the crucifix and put somebody on it.
Oh yeah.
Stone Cold, that had me shook. Steph, when he was doing the wedding, that had me shook.
I was scared of Undertaker back then, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was legitimately like whenever I played the game.
Yeah.
Whenever I would play the game and they had the opening sequence on the game, I would close my eyes until it was over with, or I would try to see because if I see one flash of the Undertaker, I'm having nightmares.
Yeah. Anytime I heard the gong, I left the room. Like, nah, this is the part I'm not watching.
I was so happy,
especially after
American Badass.
Right. Oh man. Especially after some shit like that.
Yeah.
But now Cena getting drafted in 2005 when he was still the champ.
On my list. That was fun.
Yeah, that was dope. And I got one from 2013. I was gonna say that. Dolphin the cash in.
Oh yeah.
Probably the best pop of his career and the best pop for Money in the Bank's probably cash in.
Yeah.
Winning big gold.
I saw a clip of Dolph Ziggler from Raw, and this is actually a good transition into the next topic. I did not know, or I might have known and just totally forgot. Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad was on an episode of Raw, and he came out with Dolph Ziggler to promote Need for Speed.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Like shortly after Breaking Bad ended. I was like, when the fuck was Aaron Paul on here?
I don't remember that shit at all. Damn.
So now that I transition into that, guest appearances that we probably fucking forgot about from random people. But I'm gonna say some of my best guest appearances. I'm gonna stay the whole list of folks I have here. Shaq was on there. That was fun. Snoop Dogg was on there, and clothesline Chavo Guerrero.
Yep.
One of the worst clothesline throws I've ever seen. And then he got the pose with your boy Terry.
Oh yeah.
Bob Barker was on there. That was fun time. Shout out to Bob Barker. Mike Tyson, he was on there. Did a segment with DX and Hornswoggle. We already talked about Kevin Federline. Every time Kevin Federline was on Raw, I enjoyed it. This dude was a natural heel. He went out there, he did his job, he did what he was supposed to do. And I heard he was actually very pleasant in the locker room too. So
yeah, I heard
off like an extreme dickhead everywhere else in the media
Right.
during that time.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason they brought him in. Shout out to them. They went from Kevin Federline to Bad Bunny.
Facts.
It's crazy.
What a night and day.
Y'all had Kevin Federline, and in the next year y'all had Snooki.
It was crazy. It was even crazier. Is like y'all had him on TV
in that ring though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, the way they was promoting Kev on TV, you would have thought he was moving units.
Facts.
Like you really would have. Like, it wasn't that serious, but the way they brought him out every week was like, damn, he must be really that dude.
Facts. The Muppets, probably the best guest appearances during that whole era that they was doing guest appearances.
Guest hosting.
The guest host / guest stars. Because if you remember, the guest host had general manager abilities, so they were able to make matches
for the night.
But then the guest stars, they was just like, nah, fam. Nah, we ain't about to do that. Who else is on here, man? You remember LeVar?
Hugh Jackman came out there.
Yeah, I got Hugh Jackman.
Oh, LeVar and
knocked out Dolph Ziggler. Like legitimately broke Dolph Ziggler's nose or jaw, one of them.
Oof.
The Ball family, LeVar, LaMelo, and Lonzo. I think LiAngelo wasn't there. It was just LeVar, Lonzo, and LaMelo. And they gave LaMelo the 16-year-old rich kid.
The mic.
They gave him a live mic. You gave a live mic to a rich 16-year-old. A Generation Z kid. A kid that grew up on social media. Y'all should have known better. He gave y'all a reason to never do that again. Beat that nigga ass.
Oh my God. Beat that nigga ass.
Machine Gun Kelly got a power bomb from Kevin Owens. Umaga. You remember Umaga was shooting on Steve-O because Steve-O was fucking the spot up.
Yo, yes. Yeah, they were supposed to have a SummerSlam match.
How you gonna piss a Samoan off?
Yeah, you stupid.
You should know better.
They were supposed to have that match at SummerSlam, but that's one stunt they wasn't trying to do.
Right. Betty White was a guest host. Kevin Hart was a guest host too. Those are some of my favorites. Now I had the list up. I'm gonna say some crazy people y'all might have forgot about. I remember Jeremy Piven was on there. One of the early ones, and it was trash because he had Ken Jeong, the crazy Asian dude from The Hangover.
Yeah,
Dr. Ken was with him, and Dr. Ken was so fucking annoying on this whole episode. I was happy that it was. I've never been happy for Monday Night Raw to be over with, but that night I was so happy.
And the Summerfest.
Yeah, Summerfest. Oh,
go butcher the name.
Al Sharpton was on Monday Night Raw for some reason.
I do remember that, and I don't know why it happened.
I remember Cedric the Entertainer was on there. Craig Robinson was a guest host at one point. David Otunga was one.
Damn.
And this was before the Nexus too. So I don't know why he was on there. Wayne Brady. Flavor Flav was on there before.
What?
Yeah. We had Larry King, RIP. Probably the worst person that they have ever had as a guest host. Jared Fogle was on there.
Yikes.
Yeah. We talked about Hugh Jackman. Who else is on here, man? Johnny Knoxville was on here. They had Bobby J. Thompson. Y'all know who Bobby J. Thompson is? The little short black kid.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's all you have to say, the short black kid. You know who I'm talking about.
Right.
We talked about LeVar. Puffy was on there at one point, too.
Really? Oh, well, he did, whatchamacallit? He brought, what's his name out? Which, that's another one, MGK. MGK got his ass cooked.
Yeah, I say MGK. He got cooked by Kevin Owens. So, yeah. Fun guest host.
You know who? Trump was on there the one time.
He was. Trump. He made Raw commercial free for like an hour.
Yeah. Yep. And you know who else? I just reminded of this today. You know who else got their ass cooked on Raw? Mark Cuban.
No, that was
By Sheamus.
Oh, so Mark Cuban got his ass cooked multiple times on WWE.
Yeah.
Cause what was that, Survivor Series 03? He got his ass cooked by Randy Orton.
Yeah, and Sheamus was putting him through tables and shit. This was like back when he was like,
hey, shout out to Mark
on
Cuban,
that push, that initial push. Yeah.
Listen. We're gonna do it right quick, man. Shout out to Mark Cuban. You gotta add Mark Cuban to the throne real quick, man. It's probably one of the most quality owners in sports history.
Best owner in basketball.
Probably the best owner in basketball. This dude actually hoops, unlike a lot of owners in basketball. He cares about hoops. The Mavericks, like, this dude caters the road teams. He gets catering to the road teams. He hooked up the locker rooms for everybody. This dude actually cares about the quality of the things he invests in.
Facts.
There's a lot of shit going on in the upper management of the Mavericks that he should probably keep a better eye on. But if you know, you know.
Big facts. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Mark Cuban. Got his ass cooked multiple times. Apparently, you just reminded me. What's the best intro theme on Raw? We spent a lot of time on this, by the way. We need to move on.
Oh, the joint from 02 to 06. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's no brainer.
Yeah, that, man, this reminds me of my childhood. Every time I hear it, man. And Monday nights, I had a routine every Monday night. I used to watch. All right, well, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm saying, new episodes of the Parkers came on every week, every Monday.
Oh, he said the Parkers. Ooh.
And one-on-one with my boy Flex.
Okay.
And then I would switch over and watch Fear Factor. Watch some new episodes of Fear Factor. And I watch all that before I watch my wrestling to cap my night off. I used to love Monday nights, man. So when I would hear that, now get the drugs, I used to go crazy, bro. I'm hyped. I'm hyped right now. Thanks. But that OG Attitude Era theme used to do something for me too. Before they switched over, that Raw is War theme.
Yeah. That's like right under it.
That shit used to go hard. And
yeah, that's like right underneath this one.
Low key, I used to like the Papa Roach joint.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me of like John Cena and DX and Rated RKO and all that shit that was going on back then. So yeah. Shout out to Monday Night Raw. You got a lot of memories, man. So many. We went overtime talking about it. But we got the Raw is XXX, Raw is 30. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna need that old Raw is War set tomorrow. Break that motherfucker out for one night.
Like, listen, the SmackDown, I know people that get mad they don't put the fist in. That's gonna take a lot of work. I can understand that. Yeah. But the Raw is War set ain't that much work. Like, y'all can set that up for one night. Just
a couple grids, man. Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna take so much. Y'all gave me the graphics, but the graphics ain't enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not. Man. I know. Call me call me what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word I'm looking for. Anyway. Call me selfish, call me unappreciative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need that.
Unappreciative.
But we got the Usos versus the Judgment Day for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We got Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the U.S. title, and Becky Lynch versus Bayley in a cage.
That's gonna be.
I got a hot take regarding that one though.
Oh.
And it has some. I don't know whether I want to present this hot take now or when we do our Rumble predictions, but it's involving Bayley. Bayley had her Damage Control homegirls with her this past Monday, and it's word salad.
Right, yeah.
And a lot of times when you a heel and you just start spouting that word salad, you say some shit that you probably shouldn't say, that you shouldn't mean. And Becky Lynch was basically like, you can't beat me without your homegirls. And Bayley was like, I don't need them. Be careful what you say.
Yeah.
I'll elaborate on that a little bit. We also mentioned the tribal court of Sami Zayn. And we got some legends popping up tomorrow, as you know. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker have been announced. They were on the first episode of Raw, and they're going to be on the newest episode of Raw. So these motherfuckers are old. Triple H, obviously, he's going to be there. He's running the show. Ric Flair pulling up. Kurt Angle, Kurt Angle come through
always.
If you in Pennsylvania, Kurt Angle getting a call. The last 3 shows they did in Pennsylvania, Kurt Angle got a call.
Exactly.
We got Booker T, he pulling up. Sucker. Our Teddy Long got announced. So
Lita's gonna be there.
Lita, Medusa, X-Pac, and Road Dogg. So all the DX gonna be in the building. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Jimmy Hart, because Jimmy Hart is gonna be there for everything. Like I see the little ambassador WWE Cares packages and shit, and Jimmy Hart be at all these events. So
well, I mean, for some reason they got him attached to Terry's hip for some reason. I don't know why, but that became a thing. So wherever Terrence goes,
Mean
Jimmy
Gene died, right?
Yeah.
Mean Gene died, and they announced Terry was pulling up. So they showed Terry on the show, Jimmy Hart. Y'all didn't even say Jimmy Hart was coming through.
Right.
Shit, Jimmy Hart pull up whenever. If the check clearing, he gonna be there. With the megaphone.
Of course. Ain't no question. That megaphone heavy.
Hell yeah.
I told you I met him at Comic-Con with Ted DiBiase. So I got to take a picture with it. That's John. I'm like, yo, was walking around with this every night. Like, damn.
Hey, boys in tip top shape. They announced IRS, Mike Rotunda. So see if he get involved with Uncle Howdy or something. Then they're really gonna. He said,
I know y'all W-2s is coming this week.
Right. I
got PSA to make. Me either.
I got one of them. I'm waiting on like 4 other ones. Or like 5, actually. Yeah, I got 5.
Damn.
When you an actor, you get W-2s. So
shit, man.
It's all bad. I gotta wait for hella W-2s.
My dude working at that Jeff Jarrett schedule out here.
Hell yeah. You know, Double J got his.
Yeah, man.
They announced the Godfather.
Like 2 accountants for this.
Yeah. They announced the Godfather. So I always love when the Godfather pull up. We don't see him on WWE often. I think last time we see him was the Undertaker joint.
Yep.
So, and shout out to Godfather. I seen a little clip of him. He mad at The Rock. I said the same thing too. Like who this supposed to be Kama? This ain't Kama, bro. This motherfucker look like Dave Hollister, bro.
Right.
I know who Dave Hollister is. If y'all don't know who Dave Hollister is, y'all don't know us.
And the thing is, too, it's like I keep saying I'm gonna watch Young Rock. Shit like that is not getting me to watch it because I don't like what y'all are doing with this casting. Like from Triple H to
the dude that was playing JR, they say they pulled him off of the crew.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was saying, y'all. Yeah. I mean, The Rock a busy guy. Y'all should put a little bit more time into this show, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's like y'all had me in the beginning because like the dude that plays Rocky Johnson is pretty spot on.
Oh yeah.
But it's like then you start getting to all these people that we know. Taker's the worst probably one. Like I saw a picture of that. I see a picture of that one. I'm gonna show you. I seen a picture of that one. I got hot.
Y'all could have had me being Mark Henry.
That's unacceptable. Yeah, man. But I'm looking at this shit like that's not it, man. That's not it.
I seen a dude playing D-Lo look like Tobias Harris.
Oh no. Bro. That's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, y'all let me do the casting or something. I'll hook y'all up. Oh boy, from Booker T school playing Stone Cold, probably the most on point one. Was it Luke Hawks, I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to him. Anyway, we got hella off topic. DDP pulling up. And I seen folks was like, man, I love DDP, but what he doing? DDP was on Raw for like a year. Listen,
Yeah.
if you cutting Dallas a check, he's showing up.
Always, man.
If you cutting Godfather a check, he's showing up.
Right.
Godfather wouldn't do an interview with us, seemingly because he didn't want to ask me for money. He just turned me down. He didn't elaborate why, but he said, you could take some pictures of me. I'll get you some pictures, though.
Yeah.
Pose with his Hall of Fame ring, all that.
Yeah, no, and your son, like, DDP getting... It's like, DDP really, like, blowing up for a minute. Like, he really about to do some expanding, because he got DDP Yoga, and I religiously watch... You know who Country Wayne is?
Yeah.
So I religiously watch some videos.
Are we talking about Country Wayne with DDP? Where are you going with this?
Why you think? They got like, he done branched it out to, they basically got like storylines in every video now, and it's one with one of his dudes, one of his friends, whatever. They he got some business deal because he got a vending machine business, so he doing some deal, and they mentioned like doing a deal with DDP. I'm like, okay. Maybe they just gonna like, that's just like some talking. Then his daughter shows up as part of it. I'm like, okay, that's about as far as it's gonna go. Like, she's just gonna be like the in-between person. We're not gonna see DDP. Then they show up to his house. The daughter's there. They talking. I'm like, okay, cool. Then they pan the camera over, and this motherfucker walks into the picture, has the whole video with them and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, we really doing that? Like, that's
Diamond
crazy.
Dallas Page. Got to put you on the throne, family. One, I do DDP yoga. I love it. It's a fun workout. It's only like 25 minutes for the one session I do, and that's 20. Yeah. That's a good ass workout for 25 minutes. One, that. Two, he a check getter. Three, he helps people.
Yeah,
like the DDP yoga is helping people, and he goes out of his way to help folks. He's a good person.
Yeah.
Also, he one of the few. You know how people be like, they invite every white person to the cookout? That shit corny to me. However, I would invite DDP to the cookout.
Oh, hell yeah.
One, DDP already coming to the cookout because his daughter is with a black guy. So he kind of down anyway. If you follow DDP on social media, he posts his granddaughter a lot. His granddaughter is mixed.
Yeah.
So when
I've seen that a few times,
because I seen DDP with a little girl that has his face, and I'm like, is that his daughter or granddaughter? This is a granddaughter. So also that's DDP, I follow him on social media. This dude posts. This how I know he down. You know how niggas when they get their cuts and they post a pic of them getting their cut
from the chair.
From the chair. DDP did that shit. He posted a picture of him getting a cut from the chair. And his barber black.
Yeah.
DDP got a black barber.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We know what time it is.
Yeah, we already know. He wanted to do. He cool.
Facts.
I heard they also announced. All right, we dragging it. So we need to move on. But this is how you just have fun and you just keep talking. But it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
I heard Terry and Jerry pulling up too. So Terry and Jerry.
Oh, yeah, fantastic.
Anyway.
What's that? Who's got that Deadpool list? I'd like to peruse it for research purposes.
The Buffalo Bills are no longer.
They got their ass cooked. Oh man. Oh, it's over. Man.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
So if my parlay wasn't already busted, it would have been busted.
Yeah, let me do a parlay check real quick.
It's not good.
Let me do a parlay check.
It's not good at all.
Hold on. All right, I was about to say.
It's not.
I was about to say, okay. Man, I thought they was robbing me. I put in I was about to go off. I was about to get we was about to get an impromptu peasant of the week on this motherfucker.
Oh man.
They never did that on the spot. Shit. Yeah, they ain't settled one of my bets yet. It's still there. I'm about to actually screenshot it just
Oh,
in case they on some
man.
funny shit. I took the under 48 and a half. It hasn't settled
Okay.
yet. Everything else from this
I'm
game
about to
settled. So
say.
that's why I was tripping. I was like, hold
Yeah.
on, family. So yeah, I got a little money. We want some money today, baby. That's how it be.
Yeah, there we
We do
go.
a parlay check mid episode. We see we want some money. I've been winning a lot of bets this weekend. Still got more on the way. But yeah, that's what happened. We got so off track. But let's move on. We got the Royal Rumble.
Happens.
Yeah, it should be happening, man. We got the Royal Rumble this weekend. And real quick, we're gonna do our predictions first because we're doing our show first. But you want to plug what we're doing this week, Reed?
Oh. What we got this week?
That's crazy. I'm gonna do it.
I definitely forgot. I definitely forgot. My bad. Ready. Bro, I'm having a lapse right now.
No, you all good. Our latest, our next guest appearance, will be on the Bammer Chatter Wrestling Podcast. Check your temperature. We're doing Rumble predictions and giving out hot takes. So I might have a little bit more, depending on how this Raw is 30 goes tomorrow night. But right now we're gonna do what we got, and then we'll add on to that. Yeah. Maybe my predictions change or something alters how I'm feeling later on this week. So
yeah,
it ain't gonna be the same thing. Shout out to that. Live on Twitch this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for my Vegas listeners. That is 8 p.m. Central for our Chicago and Midwestern folks. Yeah, so check us out live on Twitch, twitch.tv/BammerChatter. Me, Reek, our guy RN from the Smack Raw podcast, otherwise known as the Great Value Hurt Business, reuniting yet again on another podcast. I want to say this is like our 4th appearance over 3 podcasts.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've done Bammer Chatter before. Back the previous iteration.
It's been a minute.
We did Smack Raw and we did here. So
yeah.
4 appearances, 3 different podcasts. We lit. But without further ado, let's move on to something else here. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right.
We're not moving on to nothing else. We're moving on to the same thing. Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah. I had to stop and plug the other thing, and I got off track.
Players fuck
up. We all off track today. It's all good.
Rumble predictions.
Starting it off, Kevin Owens challenging Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. They faced off 2 years ago for the Universal title at the Rumble. They faced off the last time they were in the Alamo Dome in 2017.
Yep.
So I don't see y'all complaining about Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns facing off at the Rumble all the fucking time.
Yeah, that's true.
But Brock and Roman face off a few times in 8 years. It's a problem.
In fairness, it wasn't just Mania. It was across
8 years to 5 years.
Because there was 3 Manias. There was a SummerSlam and a half. Because they was in a Fatal 4-Way together, and then the first Saudi Arabia show.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it was a lot of times. And then the Crown Jewel last year.
It ain't bad.
Yeah. If they hadn't changed Brock's gimmick and made him like Cowboy Brock and everything like that, then I would say yeah. But that changed some things.
Yeah, and like then SummerSlam 2020, they both had different gimmicks and shit. Like Brock came back as a face versus Roman.
Right.
And Roman was a heel and he was a tribal chief. It was different. And y'all still complained about it. But y'all love this Roman and KO. We're going to get the same result as we got in the first 2. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Who you got? That's your pick?
Yeah. Roman ain't going nowhere, bro.
Not yet.
It's not gonna happen. It's Kevin this month, and the next month I think it's gonna be somebody else. That's just how we segue into the next phase of this story. Which
I will say this, I never thought that I would use this soundbite from my guy Roman Reigns, but
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Agent, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
He got smoked.
Hey man, he definitely did though.
That
I
was
don't
the
remember
most.
the last time I seen Roman go through a table.
Yeah, it's been a while. But that was the most Stone Cold Kevin Owens
Mm-hmm.
I've seen. Stone Cold Kevin
Right.
Owens. Like he came out there. That's
Facts.
like Stone Cold used to come out and cook the corporation and shit. Like that's that
Oh,
feeling
every
you get.
week. Every week, son.
Yeah, we got Roman on that one. For the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss.
Mm.
I don't know about this one. I'm feeling a little. I will say since Bianca didn't get the win officially the first time,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's probably the route we're gonna go.
Yeah, that's because I already said I'm not picking against Bianca no more, so I'm standing on that.
Yeah.
It's making me think, this whole thing with Alexa and the gimmick change and stuff like that, and the way she went off on her with that throwing her to the stairs and shit. But yeah, no, I'm standing on it. Like you say, she didn't get the win officially, so this is when it could happen. So I'm standing pat.
Yeah, we good on that. Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight in a Mountain Dew pitch black match. No idea what a pitch black match entails, but
nope.
Bray Wyatt don't really lose. So
yeah, man.
Why would they start?
I'm standing on like this is easy.
This is first
like,
match back. He been back for like 4
right.
months.
Like he's been working some live events, but
yeah, I mean like his first televised match.
Yeah, this is pretty simple. Like, and LA Knight can afford to take the L, so it's real simple.
Already got one L. His name is LA Knight, not WA Knight. That was corny. I'm gonna move on. That sounded better in my head before I said it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Women's Royal Rumble. Who you got in this one?
Ooh. I've been sitting up there saying Rhea for the longest time. I'm probably gonna stick with that because I can't think of who else you would really have go over in this match other than like you said, like there's Bailey out there as a dark horse. I got Shayna as a dark horse too, but nobody that I would pick over Rhea at this point.
Shayna talking about breaking limbs and shit.
Right.
But how you gonna throw somebody off the top rope and you don't got one leg? She was talking that talk. She not my pick though.
I wouldn't. She might not want to. Zach Gowen might not want to run into her. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, by the way, too.
Yeah, shout out
he was
to
at SmackDown. Gowen. I didn't even know he was still like wrestling and stuff like that.
Still wrestling.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see Zach Gowen in a Royal Rumble.
Oh man,
just like for logistics purposes.
That's another thing I was watching too on the watch back because he was on No Mercy 03, and he beat Matt Hardy clean as a whistle. And that boy, for a one-legged dude, can wrestle his ass off.
Hey, he had a fire drop kick.
Yeah, and moonsault.
A one-leg drop kick, bro. Fire.
That man cold.
he was nice. He was nice. I think he got into some vices and stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
A little something like that. A little something.
Yeah. But my women's Rumble pick, I've been saying Rhea Ripley for the longest, like ever since the Judgment Day got together. But I mean, like I was saying earlier, I heard something this past Monday from Bailey that came out of Bailey's mouth. And she said she don't need damage control. So I think the end of damage control is near. And it actually excites me because I've been telling y'all they've been kind of mid to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not.
I never liked Io Sky being somebody's lackey. I didn't like that dynamic. Dakota Kai just never really did much for me anyway. But I think you can, get her in a tag team, have her and EO be a tag team again. It don't matter. I just EO can't be a lackey, she can be a tag partner. Like they can do their own thing if they want to. But as a unit, I think the end is near. I think they're gonna take that to heart what Bayley said. Oh, you don't need us. Well, you don't need us to win the Rumble. You don't need us to do any of this stuff. I think this is the perfect time for Bayley to get over that hump that she has been trying to climb over ever since Sasha Banks beat her for the title. Like,
damn.
I think it's about that time to.
I think so, yeah.
Like Bayley is the female Drew McIntyre. She the leftover lasagna for the women. She can do the shit she's been doing the last couple years, and it hasn't hindered her at all. It actually has helped her a lot, development wise, like character development. Now it's the time to get back on course. So it's Rhea and Bayley have been my picks all ever since like September. Anyway, I can't deviate from it, and I can't choose a winner just yet. Still, I think we're gonna get my winner this Thursday on Check Your Temperature.
Yeah.
I need
after
another
Raw, I
week
think
of
I'm gonna have
TV
it
to really decide,
to iron it out.
I'm gonna go first on the men's Rumble because Reek, I got a question for you. How many royal families is wrestling?
More than one.
There is no other way. Like I said Seth a few weeks ago, but I also said Cody. I have not changed. I have not deviated from Cody, but I have cooled on Seth Rollins for a little bit. Whereas like with Cody, you got to keep it simple, bro. Let's go through the list. I'm just go through the list of the last millennium. So 2000 was The Rock, he was around. 2001 Stone Cold, he was around. 2002 Triple H. Gone 8 months with a quadricep injury. Return on Raw, the very first Raw of January, a few weeks before the Rumble, said, I'm going to enter Royal Rumble, and won it. Simple.
There you
go. 2007. Sorry, not 07, 08. John Cena. Gone for 4 months. Surprise entrant number 30. Second person to win from the number 30 spot. Came back from injury. Edge, 2010. Same deal. Came back from an injury, won the Rumble, went to WrestleMania. All I'm saying is, you got a guy hurt, was either in the main event or everybody just named was actually champion before. Cody set his intentions when he came back to the WWE last year, said what this is going to be. My goal is to do this and this and that, and then hit an obstacle, crazy obstacle. Was out the rest of the year with an injury. He's coming back. He's literally the only participant in the Royal Rumble that's been getting hype the entire build for this Rumble. Am I wrong? Am I mistaken? Has anybody else got any hype at all?
No. And the thing is, too, like, after the way he came back, they were already talking about, like, maybe putting him in the main event of SummerSlam and him being the one to potentially beat Roman. That performance he put on the Hell in a Cell after he was already injured basically solidified that at minimum he gonna win the Rumble.
Yeah, I literally called it when as soon as he took that jacket off, and I actually seen how bad it was, because like I ain't really believe it at first. I thought it might have been like a kayfabe injury.
Yeah.
Then I seen it, and I was like, oh no, this is real. This is authentic. I was like, damn, he gonna be out for a while after this match. And I started thinking pec injuries. Took John Cena 4 months, took Edge 4 months. He could come back in September if he wanted to. But then why not take a few months off just to chill and come back for the Rumble, which is what we got going on here. It writes itself. It makes sense. 2002 Triple H flow. Came back, announced his intentions, won the Rumble, main event Mania. That's my pick. I have no other reason to believe anybody else is winning this match.
There's people trying to say that, like, if Rock comes back, he would win the Rumble. Like, that's kind of stupid. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
No.
because y'all this I've noticed in wrestling fans, they like to speak stuff into existence that they don't want to happen, so they have a reason to be mad.
Yeah.
Like Saudi
Quite
Arabia
often.
buying WWE, for instance. Like y'all know y'all
No,
don't
but
want it, but y'all tried to speak it into existence. Y'all wanted it to
that
be true so bad, so y'all had a reason to be pissed off.
the thing is, they're so vocal about that they don't realize that they listen. Because perfect example of what you just said. 2014, they are stark raving mad because they want Daniel Bryan. They're not getting Daniel Bryan. He wasn't in the match, and Batista's supposed to win. Who were the last two in the 2014 match? It was Batista, and it was Roman Reigns.
Right.
Who were they cheering for in the last minute and a half? Roman Reigns. They heard you and said, "Oh, where y'all with Roman Reigns? Next year, y'all gonna get it."
Yeah, right.
And then all the whole thing happened with Daniel Bryan. He was the main event of Mania. He gets injured, has to come back. They want him again in the very next Rumble. He gets eliminated mad early, and it's like we already know what's gonna happen. So take heed to what my guy just said. Y'all speak stuff into existence prematurely, and then you're gonna get mad later on. So think about that.
Yeah. I got some betting odds though.
All right.
For the women, it's crazy because Bailey has the fourth best odds currently at plus 1,000. That means, for my people who don't know, plus 1,000 odds, you can bet $100, you win 1,000.
Yeah.
So do with that information what you will. However, Rhea Ripley has the best odds to win at an even odds. So
okay.
Which means I bet $100, I win $100.
I might have to like which app does betting for WWE?
I'll send you my referral link.
All right, cool. Because I might have to do that.
Yeah, me too, low key. For the men, Cody Rhodes has the best odds at minus 150. So I have to put down $150 to win 100. That's how that goes. After that, Sami Zayn has the second best odds, but currently The Rock has the third best odds at plus 190.
See what I'm saying? Here y'all go.
Yeah, after that, the next best odds plus 1,000 for Seth Rollins. So, yeah, you really Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, or The Rock for the men.
How the hell you got
for the women? Rhea Ripley, Seth, Becky Lynch, and Raquel Gonzalez.
You got Seth underneath Rock right now? Like, are y'all that serious?
I like Raquel as a Final Four though. If I could bet on that, I would, but I can't.
I don't even know if I see that happening, honestly.
Yeah. Let's talk about some predictions for surprise entrances or legends. I actually have The Rock on my list because he might. It's a possibility. You never know until he shows.
I mean, maybe
until that number 30 hit, and we don't hear no "if you smell." As long as that happens, then there's always a possibility. Also have Stone Cold. Get some of that glass breaking come out there. Stone Cold actually currently is plus 1,400. He has higher odds than Bobby Lashley.
Bruh. Y'all tripping.
But Roman Reigns has better odds than Stone Cold. So do with that information what you would.
Here we go. Yeah. The Alamo Dome. We remember what happened in the Alamo Dome last time. I got Chris Masters, even though he said he hasn't been contacted. That's exactly what you'd say to throw us off your trail, sir.
I literally said that last week. I was like, I need to see this guy on my TV.
Low key, I'm gonna say JTG. I'm here for that.
Oh yeah,
this is a big one. This is a big one because I keep telling y'all, and it keeps on little by little. We get a little more, and I didn't add this in the news and rumors because I was gonna talk about it here. Matt Cardona, who just recently filed a trademark for the name Zack Ryder, About a week ago. So
Hey,
that's probably number one on my list right now.
I've been calling this for about 2 years now. He gonna come back eventually. We gonna hear it. He on my list.
You know it.
He on my list.
Yes, sir.
He on my list.
That's like way up on top of the list.
Yeah, so I gotta here's my list, man. Mickey James. I think I mentioned that last week.
Got that.
Mickey James for Hall of Fame, by the way. Victoria for Hall of Fame.
Yes. Hashtag Victoria for Hall of Fame every single week.
Can we get that cracking? And Bam Bam Bigelow.
Please,
we're gonna add him to the list too.
Yeah.
And Miss Elizabeth.
Because I really didn't know. She's not in the Hall of Fame?
Nah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dog, y'all not serious. Y'all not serious.
Unless
y'all
don't care about
these
don't
women.
Want her to be in the Hall of Fame. Then that's a whole nother story. But she should have been in the Hall of Fame before she died. That's all I'm saying.
That's insane.
I got Candice Michelle on my list. I just threw somebody random out there. Cause
she's like the only one that hasn't been in these yet.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Candice Michelle in a Rumble yet. It's Googleable. I don't feel like looking it up though.
No, she hasn't been. She hasn't
been. Yeah. Last time we seen her was like Raw 1500. Was that what it was?
I think. It might have been. I don't remember. It's been a hell of a long time. It's been long enough that most people
won the 24/7 title on that night.
Yeah, it's been long enough that most people don't know she got her face done, and she probably could have left it the way it was. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not agreeing.
It's just a suggestion.
I'm not publicly agreeing. I feel you though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kelly too.
Listen. I've seen Kelly in at least 3 of these already for no reason. The first one, fine. Even the second one, fine. Enough's enough. I'm sorry. Like she's not even doing nothing in it. She just shows up and she's out in like 2 minutes. Get that spot to somebody else. Bring Michelle back. Bring Michelle back. Listen,
Michelle
Taker is officially
like
Taker officially retired. Yeah, Taker officially retired. He can be home with the kids. He don't got nothing to do.
Oh yeah.
Let Michelle run that back because she look like she can go.
I need that Michelle versus Charlotte Flair.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah. Run that. Today. Please and thanks.
What else I got, man? This one is a long shot. This is a hot take long shot. Both of them actually. Kairi Sane and Mercedes Moné.
Ooh. That's interesting.
It's a hot shot.
It is. It definitely is.
But I would give anything to hear Michael Cole shout "It's boss time" one more time.
Right.
Especially because I was expecting to hear somebody say it was boss time back in like May and it never happened.
Right.
But
that's a fact.
Yeah, those are my surprise entrants, but then I got like some return surprise entrants. Edge. See, we've been real quiet on the Edge front. This is about the time he likes to come back every year.
Definitely.
This one, Randy Orton.
I was about to say
we're real quiet on the Randy Orton front.
Long shot, but I won't rule it out.
This one probably not gonna happen based upon the information that we got from you earlier. But Big E is on my list.
Yeah,
it's probably too soon. But you never know. He's a machine, so he might be back. Rick Boogs.
Who knows?
We ain't seen Rick Boogs in a while. I don't know.
That's true.
It's been Triple H took 8 months. It's been over 8 months.
Mania.
For Rick Boogs.
It's since Mania, yeah.
So maybe it's a possibility.
So, yeah, she should be good.
We already talked about Zack Ryder. Carmella. I think it's been a while since we've seen Carmella. And if she's healthy, she's able to go. She's in the right mind state. I would love to see her back.
Thanks.
Naomi, we talked about her. She's been on my list for a while now. I've actually had her and Sasha on the list like before I found out Sasha was going to New Japan. I've had them on the list since like August. This guy, I've been said he was coming back at the Rumble.
Bro.
Oh boy. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess that's probably gonna happen.
And then Dewdrop. Been a while since we've seen Dewdrop, and I think we'll see her back. They say, "Hey, you gonna be
I can
ready
see
for
that.
Rumble?" Yeah, let's do it. What NXT people you think gonna get on here?
Oh, listen, you already know it's only one pick, baby. Melo don't miss.
Yeah,
I gotta see him at like number 15 or number 16. I gotta see it.
yeah. Melo's on my list. Braun Breaker on there too, because why not? Say the NXT champion was there. Triple H's first Rumble, he gonna have one of his kids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shawn Michaels
Probably have
his
Roxanne
black
and the
son.
other one too.
Yeah, I got Roxanne on my list too. That's actually all I had to beat those three. I can't see nobody else getting a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe like if you need more women bodies, especially like they've been really light on NXT involvement, especially from the women's side. I can see them doing a little more coming up.
Honestly, I think probably like Alba Fire would be in it. Because I don't know
Have
how
her
much longer she
debut
gonna
on the main
need to
roster.
be. Yeah, because she don't need to be in NXT no more.
Nah, it's cooked.
Indy too.
Oh yeah. You even got people like Tiffany Stratton was like, "Why are you still here?"
Yeah, that whole presentation is tailor made for main roster. So you wasting time. Like let's not do another Braun with Tiffany. Like send that to where it need to be right away.
Yeah, let's get Tiffany Stratton in the Rumble too.
That's what I'm saying.
This is my favorite pay-per-view of the year, my favorite match, my favorite gimmick match of all time. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm about to go watch some more after I go and celebrate the downfall of the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, but man, like this is probably the best year for a Rumble we've had because you legit all these possibilities that we just talked about. It's never been that wide and that deep before. I got one real long shot from outside the company. I was saying Tama Tonga. I think that could happen.
It wouldn't shock me to see somebody from New Japan show up, like Jay White, or I'm just seeing some shit about Jay White recently. So maybe him, Tama, I think is a good shot.
Yeah, possibilities have never been this endless before. And with Triple H running the show, like, not to mention both of last year's Rumbles just shit the bed so bad, it's like there's nowhere to go but up from here. It's bad.
Who won the men's? Brock?
Who won men's? Brock.
Yeah. And Ronda won the women's. That was mid.
Yeah, that was terrible.
So I think we're gonna do a little bit better this year. And this is my favorite. My favorite event, man. Every January, it's torture because like all the other pay-per-views, they take place in the middle of the month.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rumble literally is the last weekend every year. It'd be torture. It'd be torture.
Yeah.
Facts. That boy Vince scared to go up against the NFL. I understand it.
All the time. I get it. Like, I ain't
There's no NFL to go up against next week, so they were smart.
Right.
They put it on a Saturday too. They said, "Yeah, we ain't not going up against." Cause listen, y'all might have to go up against the Cowboys and the Eagles. Y'all might have had to go up against the Cowboys and the Eagles.
That's gonna be a struggle.
Yeah, that would have been all bad.
And a half. Hell yeah.
We have finally reached the conclusion of very long, drawn out episode, but it is what it is, man. Plug your socials, man.
Hey, man, this is what we do.
You got a lot to talk about, man.
Yeah, it was a week. So y'all can find me at ReCavic24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Y'all can check out the Havoc Hour on all streaming platforms. We find Young Kings Wrestling, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast, YouTube. And the Instagram page is up _the Havoc Hour _. Quick PSA. And I'm gonna talk to you about this after too. That's probably going on ice. Yeah. I think that's still in the beginning of the show. Wash your ass. Shout out to her too. Havoc Hour.
With this whole episode, I'm sorry to cut you off again. My bad. Go ahead.
What's up?
Do your thing. Say your thing.
Yeah. Havoc Hour is probably going on ice. just so as y'all know, I got a new project that I need to. I'm going to need to spend a whole lot of time on. Yeah, for the foreseeable future, it's not dead, but it's going on ice because I'm gonna need that time to work on this, and it's a little bit bigger, so that's why. But there's still plenty of content up, so y'all can check that out.
Yeah, go check out the Havoc Hour, and I am Thespian TC Fontaine. You can follow me if you feel so inclined to at tc.fontaine on the Instagram, at TC Fontaine on the Twitter, and at YK Wrestling everywhere at YK Wrestling. YKWrestling.com. Get all your good stuff and everything out the way. And parlay check while we're gonna close the show out. Let's do a parlay check. I want to make sure.
I mean, mine's is dead, so it's all you at this point.
Yeah, I guess I got to depend on the Cowboys on like 3 tickets. So yeah. Nothing worse than having to depend on the Cowboys to make you some money.
Yeah, man. I could never do it. Scoring, yeah, but
I've done it
not
like
Cowboys
3 times this year, bro.
Eesh.
Lost
everything. I might have done it too at some point.
My bet for the under did go through, so the better had went through.
There you go.
Everything's good. I took the Bills on like 3 parlays. Didn't settle. So we don't see how that works. But I've bet a lot this weekend. None of my own money, so that's my reasoning and justification for not having a problem. Is because it's none of my own money. That's how you skate past that. If it ain't my own money, it's not technically a problem.
That is true. Like, how you gonna beat that?
Yeah, come on. So I've won back my money twice. I've bet in the last 2 days. So it's really like I never
win, but
bet
you
at
don't
all.
lose.
Yeah, really, honestly. I won my money back that I've been playing with. So I ain't really win nothing. I just got the money back. It feels good though. It's a good confidence boost. Like, I could do this. So I'm gonna bet on the Royal Rumble this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Now, when you have a problem is when you use like 3 different books. That's when you have a problem. I had 3 books.
Oh. Yeah.
At one point yesterday, I had 10 tickets open.
God damn.
Granted, like 5 of them were first touchdown scores for the same game. So,
okay, so
it ain't as bad
like
as
a prop.
Yeah,
that's like a prop. You know what I'm saying? So
1833 bets off is the number. If any of y'all need it, we good. We gonna close out. We got everything we need.
Yeah, we cool.
So I'm gonna just close out with this.
Said I'll be back to hold you down. I don't wanna leave you,
We out of here.
Go.